This reading is to pick a card on your reputation. What is everyone saying about you? What is kind of the gossip and more like how are you perceived by others, basically. So you can pick more than one pile if you have different groups to look at, or whichever one you're drawn to. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my links.
3 piles, Desert Rose, Tiger's Eye, or Amazonite. Take a second, pick one pile, pick a couple piles for different situations, maybe different social groups, different people you have in mind, whatever you want to do. Comment, like this video if you end up liking the reading. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, pile 1, if you chose the Desert Rose, this is your reading. We're going to look at your reputation. What is everyone saying about you? What's the word on the street? How do people look at you? What is the overall vibe? We're going to get into what comes out. We'll do some oracle cards at the end. All right. Let's see what we got. Temperance. Okay. This is good. This is good vibes. So it's very healing, very balanced. You might be into esoteric knowledge, study. You might be a very spiritual person. I feel like you're very giving. You might be actually overly giving is kind of how people look at you. This may or may not be true. This is just kind of how people are perceiving you. So this, depending on the setting, if you're looking at a specific person or like your friends or colleagues or family or whatever, this is how people are looking at you. So this isn't necessarily like this is who you are, but this is how you're coming across. So this could be relevant to more your ascendant sign, some of your Mars sign a little bit, and maybe a little your sun sign too. Okay. Anyway, back to the reading. Temperance card. So I feel like you're kind of a bleeding heart. Like you're very compassionate, and that comes across to people. I feel like not a lot gets past you with the temperance energy. I'm getting the traditional healing kind of energy of the temperance card, but also an intuitive feel. So I feel like you pick up on stuff a lot and not a lot gets past you. So this can be like a good and bad. So it's helpful in a lot of ways, but it can make people uncomfortable at times. I feel like you probably have like an extensive past, and I don't know, that's gonna mean different things for different people, but you have like quite a journey or quite a story. I'm seeing that you've either lived in a lot of different places, or you've been a lot of different people, or you've gone through a lot of different things. That sounds so general, but I don't know, I just feel like if you wrote your story, it'd be quite interesting. So there's a lot to you. You have a lot of depth. You have a lot of different situations and scenarios that you've been through that have built what you are. So this comes across in your reputation somehow. So I don't know. You must come across as like wise. We got the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So you also come across as independently wealthy. So you might have your own money, your own place, your own car, your own bag, your own business, a really nice job, a degree, a career, a licensing, and you're making your own money, something like that. So this is an independent wealth card. So I really do feel like you're independently wealthy, or you're on your way to making your own money. Or you might be an entrepreneur, or this is kind of the vibe you give off. So if this isn't true, maybe this is just what you're thinking or you want to manifest, but this is how you're coming across to whoever you're thinking about, whoever intentionally you're thinking about this reading for, or what group of people. But I feel like it is true, or it will be true. So this is manifesting in your life. And people can see that already and sense it from you, or they're watching this happen in real time, or they have already seen this happen and they're admiring it. So you're doing a good job. You're very good at managing your money, managing your abundance, taking care of yourself. I feel like you're establishing like stability in your life, and you have a really nice life and really nice things, and you're on your way there. the Sun card. So you also come across really friendly and bubbly. I feel like you, if you're an introvert, you have extrovert qualities as well, or you have different moods, or like some days you're really social maybe and other days not as much. I feel like you're really expressive, so even on your like less social days or days you might be inside or spend your time online, I feel like you still comment and chit chat with people. You like to talk and express yourself, and you're conversational kind of. I don't know, you're kind of a people person. Maybe not all the time, but I feel like you can be when you want to be. You have like this charm with the Sun card here that you can turn off and on when you're in the mood to, or when you're in the energy to. So you can use this to your advantage, as people are picking up on this. They're picking up on your natural ability to just not manipulate, but you get what you want because you know how to kind of finesse people. You know how to tell them what they want to hear, kind of thing. I don't feel like you do this in a malicious way. It's just you are kind of born with a silver tongue kind of thing. Like you just know what words to say to people in the right moments, or what they need from you, or something like that. Like you're just intuitive and you can pick up on that. What else? Okay, pile 1. 5 of Cups. So your reputation is also that maybe you've been disappointed in love before. Maybe you've gone through some stuff. I feel like you might have gone through some toxic relationships or disappointment in love with the 3 spilled cups here. So you definitely had your heart broken before and come back around. So you've had like a glow up phase in your life at some point, maybe in your teens or 20s or 30s or 40s, 50s, some point, or maybe multiple times. Relationships crumbled and you had to put yourself back together. Maybe that's where the independent wealth comes through, and it's apparent in how people see you. They can kind of tell, yeah, I don't know, like people that have had less heartbreak, I feel like have this lightness to them. And then you can kind of just tell when people have been through a little bit more. Not that there's like any scale of comparison or anything like that, but some people wear it differently. Like you can tell, maybe you have like a guardedness to you, or you're reserved in some sort of way. People can just tell that you've been through some stuff. Yeah, you don't come across naive is what I'm trying to say. Can't think of the word. Knight of Cups. So you are very loving, like I said before, or it's like a pretty apparent to people that you're compassionate. Maybe you're in volunteer work. I feel like you just have either a lot of water placements or maybe some key water placements, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like this is just the energy of this pile. You know how to express yourself, like I was saying earlier, and you're not afraid to wear your feelings on your sleeve when you want to, or if the person is special to you, or the situation calls for it, or whatever. You use your charming energy to let people know that you care about them. It's like you lead with compassion. You have a good heart, you have good character. This is like apparent in your reputation in some way. I feel like people, if you are a leader, if you literally are a leader, then people know that you're a good, honest, moral leader. 4 of Pentacles. So people might also say that you're a little stingy with money. Maybe you're just really good with money. You have a way of knowing how to budget, finance, and maybe invest your money. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you overthink it. Maybe you have a tendency to be a workaholic or to stress about money. It could be like a negative. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like if you give it too much attention, or if you don't give it the proper attention and like manage it well, you can be like overly, not greedy. I feel like it's overly cautious. Like you might get become a little bit of a penny pincher. I don't know. just enough, like you have enough money, you have enough abundance to go around, so you don't need to be like this. So it's just like stop worrying kind of thing. Or maybe people want you to have more fun with your money. The Fool. Yeah. So I feel like you do have the ability to take risks. People can see that in you. Some people might think this is foolish. Some people think it's admirable and courageous. I feel like it's just a matter of perspective. And if you're willing to like really look at another person's perspective and put yourself in their shoes and see how they see the world and why they see it that way. So I feel like you do take risks when it's necessary, and that is how you've gotten all this abundance. You kind of have this lucky energy here with the Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Temperance. It's like you're built for this abundance, so you know how to take these calculated risks. And the people that know you on a deeper level understand this, or that can see into your life in some way. And there's people that don't quite know you or understand you. My cat. The people that don't quite get it, they think you're being immature or you're not like taking life seriously enough or something like that. But they just don't understand how you're alchemizing energy in your favor. And can you stop? Oh my god. Eight of Wands, you take action, you have a lucky energy, you know when to move, you know, you intuitively feel this out, you know when to take your cue. You're an opportunist, not in a bad way, but in a smart way. You understand that to a certain extent, life is a game and we're all in it, and you can either play or you can lose. So you choose to play on the cards that you're dealt. People can see that you take risks in business, in life, in love. If you want something, you go after it. You don't hesitate. Like you really like to take action and make things happen. You might be adventurous. You like to plan trips. Creator water. So you do probably have some key water placements, like I was saying. Also, you're just an alchemist. So you might use like water in your rituals or something like that, or you resonate with the energy of water. Maybe you don't like strict schedules, you like to move your life in more of a fluid energy. Can you stop? Anyway, fill your cup with sacred giggles. Yeah. Okay, that's creepy. My cat was like giggling and then that pulled that card. You're creeping me out, Kush. Come here. Can you stop? I'm about to go and I need to go sage my house, you guys. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. So don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh through the ups and downs. Just have fun. I mean, seriously, we never know our timing. And if we die tomorrow, are you really going to be like so torn up that you didn't get like the laundry folded or that one thing done, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's okay to let your edges free a little bit and just let your hair down and make mistakes and laugh. What do you really want? Yeah, so sometimes people don't think you know what you want because you'll try different things and put yourself out there, and maybe you're still figuring that out, and that's okay. So thank you, Pile 1. Let me know what you thought. Comment down below. Okay, Pile 2, welcome back. If you chose Tiger's Eye, this is your pile. Let's look at what is your reputation? What are people talking about when it comes to you? Let's get started. Okay. So Four of Wands, this is a positive card. This is like you're very family oriented. You might put family first above everything else. You might come from a large family or have a lot of family traditions, or it's just very close to your chest. It means a lot to you, and this is something you really want someday in the future, just to establish your own family. So I feel like some part of this is well known about your personality or about your life, or people can see this, or they can see how much your family means to you.
King of Wands, pile 2. This is very energetic energy, but it's also established. So you might be higher up in like an art field or have an established career, or you have been able to make money off of your passions. So I feel like it's not just normal energetic kind of fire energy. It's been put into something structurally solid as a king here. So you might have your own business, you might have a side hustle you work on, or you're really talented in some kind of creative aspect. Maybe you're an athlete or an artist or a speaker. Maybe you do some kind of trading, some kind of business stuff. There's something that you've utilized with this aspect, this fire energy of your personality, you've utilized to establish like a stability in your life, most likely wealth at the same time. Yeah, it's following along with this. The 7 of Pentacles here is investment. So you might be into trading, into stocks, into business investing, cryptos, I don't know. So more like that. You might get into that side of finance. You also might be someone that helps other people invest. You might be an advisor of some kind or a mentor. You could teach people how to utilize their money online in some way. Okay, 5 of, hold on, it's out of the camera angle. All right. 5 of Swords. So you encounter a lot of jealousy. I feel like you're pretty established and successful, so you attract a lot of haters. I feel like people either love you or hate you. There's not a lot of middle ground. So you have really strong supporters, family, friends, people that follow you online. And then you also have a strong group of haters, or just, I feel like these are people that kind of like sit in the background and envy you. I don't feel like they actually challenge you in any way. I feel like they know, these are people that like aspire to be more like you. So they don't challenge your status or your position in any way because they know that they couldn't. So they kind of just sit back and hate you from afar or from behind the scenes. Probably people you've blocked, people you don't talk to anymore, maybe people that you used to have in your life that you don't any longer. This could be people you have history with, and maybe not. Some people, it's just they've seen your life in some kind of way and they're jealous. So, I mean, that's a good thing. It's like if you're not doing anything admirable, you're not going to have any haters. So you have a really rich, full life. You have a lot going for you. And this is what causes envy. This is what people talk about, that they can see why people hate you. They can see why some people can't handle your energy or just your presence in a room. So you could be more extroverted, or it's more, if you're introverted, it could be more just your energy is very strong. Okay. So some people think that you might be lost, or you don't know where you're going in life, or you maybe made a big shift from who you used to be, and it's very shocking to people. So some people are interpreting that as you're going the wrong way or you're doing something wrong. But I think really you're just shifting your goals, or shifting your destiny, or shifting like a timeline in your life. I feel like you're making an internal shift and it's showing outwardly. So this is confusing to people. You also might have tried many things and failed and kept going and tried other things. So to you, it's like you're just exploring life and trying to find what fits for you in love, in career, in friendships, and everything. But on the outside, this looks messy to some people. They don't have that energy, or they don't live their life that way. So it's more people judging you that can't quite understand the decisions you've made, or understand that some people need to make mistakes to figure out what they want, or yeah, that's just your path. That's not their path. So some people are talking a little ish, but not that many. And I feel like the people that are don't know what they're talking about. It's just an observation. I feel like there are times where you have been misled or you've let yourself make mistakes, but I feel like you are in a good place. It's just people are looking at the cumulative of your circumstances and your choices in the last couple of years, or however long since they knew you, and seeing the differences. So to them, that's like alarming, but to you, it's just growing up or evolving, however you want to say it. Yeah, the world. So I feel like you've just gone out and explored who you are and what you value and what's important to you. You don't let things hold you back. So even if people were judging you, you don't care. People can see this on you. They can see that at the end of the day, you're going to go choose yourself and choose your own path. You're going to go your own way and kind of like you're headstrong with fire energy here, and you're going to follow your own intuition. You could also have some Taurus in you with the ram horns, or Aries. I think these are ram horns. Anyway, you could be a little stubborn. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like you might have an online platform as well. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but with the world energy, you might be very visible or well known in some way. People do talk about you, so maybe they know about you in your neighborhood or your town, where you used to go to school, work, or kind of congregate. It's like if you're in a small town, people know you, and if you're in a bigger town or city or area, it's your little circle. People, everybody knows you, or your area. People talk about your beauty. I can see you might have really striking features, male and female, and however you identify. He has really strong cheekbones, and so does she. I also feel like, I don't know, red might be one of your favorite colors. That's just, it's going along with the fire energy here, the strength, the world, and the Four of Wands. Strength. You could also have Leo in your chart, very strong, or one of the fire signs, Aries or Sag as well. I feel like you have an inner strength that you've accumulated through spirituality. It's come from like the inside and things that you've gone through and had to endure. So it's not necessarily like your education or your genetics. It's more just the experiences that you've been tested through by spirit and by life that you've overcome is really admirable. And people talk about this. You might have had like a rough period in your life, or a rough upbringing, or something difficult that you overcame that everyone knows about. So that, I don't know, I guess that's part of your reputation. People talk about it still, or maybe it was more recent. Or if it's like when your name is mentioned, this situation is mentioned, or how you overcame it, came out on top, or defeated your enemies kind of thing. I feel like someone might have challenged you, or you could have overcome some kind of beast. This could be some kind of like your own kind of vice, or like this could be like a shadow work, or even like addiction or something like that, like your own internal beast. Knight of Pentacles. This might have taken you some time. It might have taken you a while to get your groove, to get to a healthy spot in your life, to establish yourself in some way with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're still going. I feel like people are impressed by you and talk about this, but at the same time, you're just getting started. So people might as well buckle up and enjoy the show, because I feel like you're still going to keep going. You have very lucky energy here with the King of Wands, strength, Four of Wands in the world. You're investing in your future, and I feel like it's only a matter of time with the Nine of Pentacles before this comes to fruition, where you want it to be and how far along you want to be. It's like once you get past your haters and your own self-doubt, all you have is good cards and good energy coming through. You know what? I forgot I was gonna use my other oracle deck too. Let me go grab that. Okay, let's do one last card. Pile 2. Fall in love with your own story. So yeah, it might take some time. You might be not on everyone else's timeline. I feel like if you're building an empire, that's gonna take longer than someone just having a normal career and moving up in a certain company. If you're self-made or you're doing something bigger than normal, give yourself extra time. Be easy on yourself. People can see you building this and they talk about it and it's admirable. You might tell your own story someday. Someone else might tell your story. I feel like it could actually be known. Yeah, for some of you it will be. So appreciate what you have. It's mostly good thing, pile 2, tiger's eye. So yeah, you can get past your self-doubt and your haters and you'll be just fine. So thank you for watching. Check out my website if you want to book with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, pile 3, if you chose the Amazonite, this is your pile. Let's look at what is your reputation? What do people say about you? What do they talk about? What is known about you or spoken of? This could be true. This could not be true. This is just kind of the word on the street. So take it with a grain of salt if there's anything negative, okay? Let's get started. Page of Swords. So there's a lot of talk about you. You might be the subject of a lot of gossip, actually, or just a lot of hearsay. You might have a very eventful life. A lot of people stalk you and watch you with this energy here. You're very beautiful and intriguing, and I feel like people can see that you're spiritually gifted in some way. I feel like you have your guides closely around you, and I don't know if people know this and talk about it specifically, or it's just your energy is so palpable. You have to have strong protection and guides, and it's kind of picked up on, or people figure this out or talk about it in some way. You might suffer from anxiety, or people say this. They say like you're your own worst enemy sometimes. Some people say if you dabble in spirituality that you might have psychosis or make jokes about your mental health. I'm not saying that's appropriate. I'm just saying some people do. Like they don't understand maybe some of your gifts, or I don't know, things that you talk about, so they just think you're crazy or there's something wrong with you. I think you might struggle with some kind of mental health, but this is unrelated, or these people are just being jerks, basically. Hi, baby. Hi, did you wake up? Okay, we'll pause. Okay, pile 3, let's get back into it. Let's finish this, sorry. Okay, where was I? Some people can tell that you struggle with some kind of anxiety or self-doubt. I don't know if this goes as extensive as a mental illness, or it's just kind of you get in your head kind of thing, like the 9 of Swords. But I feel like you're your own worst enemy or your own critic. So people can tell that you're too self-critical, that maybe you hold yourself back, or they feel like you have more potential than you realize in some way. You're not seeing it, or you wouldn't feel this way is how they see it. Like you would be more confident if you saw yourself correctly. That's kind of the energy that's coming across. 2 of Wands. So some people think that you're all over the place, or like you're always going here and there, or you're always out and about, or maybe you make a lot of plans. Maybe you travel a lot. You're always going to new places, new restaurants, meeting new people. So some people see this as like inspirational and they really like that energy. Some people see it as you're kind of flighty and maybe you need to be more grounded or slow down a little bit. So it depends on how people are perceiving you. Some are taking it negative and some are taking it positive, but I feel like you have been a lot of places, or you are pretty cultured or traveled. You might have flower tattoos, or that could have some kind of significance.
know, maybe you're just into plants or you really like flowers. But if you do have a flower tattoo, this is random, it's not gonna be for everybody. If you do have flower tattoos, people like them and they're noticeable. And I feel like they think that they fit your personality well. And people can also see your reputation is you take care of yourself, like your aesthetic. No matter what age you are, you look good and you have your own unique kind of style. I feel like if you follow the trends or if you don't, you still look good. You have like your own thing. And I feel like you have kind of energy that's a little bit outside the box. Like you might be, you're not afraid to try different looks or to push those boundaries. Yeah, like you try different makeup styles, different dressing aesthetics, or yeah, it's like you play around with how you want to be perceived by the world. And this is accepted well, because I feel like people, I don't know, just enjoy the show. They like watching the way you change it up when you dye your hair a different color, or when you get a new wardrobe, or when you show off some cool shoes or a jacket, something like that. So people kind of like watching your style development. Okay, the Chariot. This goes along with the flighty energy. Some of you might be a really good driver as well, or you might have a fast car or be a fast driver. Some people could also say that you're a bad driver or you have a lot of tickets. So yeah, I feel like you have some good driving skills or some crazy driving skills. But this is talked about. I feel like some people really like your car. So you might be into cars or putting money into your car or having a really nice car. People looking at you, they feel like you move through life too quickly. You're attracting a lot of observation. So something you do is very public, or you don't mind being public or open about your life in some way. People know about your life somehow. They're talking about it a lot. Your choices, the things you do, the places you go, the people you associate with, that kind of thing. You're not very private, or there's enough people around you that stuff gets out. And I don't know, I feel like you're kind of a topic of conversation in your friend group, your family, your area. People like to talk about you. You have a good reputation, but some people you might have not the best reputation, but I feel like everyone kind of knows your name kind of thing. I'm getting kind of popular loner energy. Like a lot of people might know you. You might be friends with everybody, but you hang out with yourself a lot, or you have a small circle when it comes to like who you actually do daily life with. I'm getting this kind of like exclusive energy. I don't feel like you're doing this on purpose or to be like you think you're above anyone. I think it's more you're just kind of a loner or an introvert. I'm getting kind of like Capricorn, Taurus energy. Like you just like having some alone time. You like being to yourself. I feel like you also have a very significant moon placement, and this dictates a lot of your personality. You might resonate with your moon sign more than your sun or ascendant or other placements. It's a key part of your personality that I don't know if you share with everyone. So if you don't know what that is, I would look it up. I would look up you can search like free astrology chart and type in your birthday just to look up what your moon sign is. I don't know. I feel like you might enjoy figuring out what the rest of your chart is and what other signs are in your chart besides just your sun sign. Okay. So I feel like you have this duality to you is what I'm coming out in the energy here. Like you're very kind of prominent. A lot of people know you, but then there's also this secreted kind of dark side that's coming out with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles here. I feel like you don't really showcase your losses, or you like grieving in private. You don't like burdening people. You don't like telling people about stuff that pains you, but I feel like it's still obvious to people. So maybe you let it out in your art or poetry, or maybe just things that you post. It makes it a little obvious. I don't know. There is a darkness to you that people can see. And I think it kind of makes them sad, because I feel like most people think you're a good person and that you would deserve like a happy life,
or at least just an easygoing life. I feel like it makes people sad thinking that you're going through it, kind of thing. I don't know, something about you might have like a positive aspect to your ascendant or something. I feel like something about your chart makes people empathize with you, or yeah, like, I don't know, people just naturally empathize with you and your story is how it's coming across. Maybe you lost someone or went through some like heavy grief or pain, or maybe someone really broke your heart. I feel like this is more than just a bad breakup kind of thing. I feel like you might have lost a partner to death, or something just really tragic. Maybe someone got sick or something kind of out of the ordinary that doesn't happen on every day. So I feel like people, I don't know, you've come through whatever tragedy this is, but I feel like people can still see it kind of on your shoulders, and I don't know, I feel like most people want better for you. So that's coming out as positive. If they can see the pain on you, they don't want that for you, kind of thing. The Hierophant. So I feel like there's also the spiritual side to you that people can sense. Maybe you talk about spirituality, maybe you talk about the universe or astrology or God or deities or angels, or I don't know, whatever you're into. Maybe you talk about these things or these ideas. Or you might just have kind of a natural respect for nature and other people, or something that comes across as very spiritually minded. And also this can be just things that you say strike people, and they can tell you pay attention, or you really, I don't know, speak on something or mention something that's not everyone else would pick up on, even if you don't really know that person very well. Like, okay, if you work in customer service, or for example, maybe one of your customers comes in and they're trying to act like they're having a good day, and you say, hey, are you okay? You look a little sad. And that person thought that they were, hiding it really well, but you called them out on it. So maybe other people just don't call people out that way or try to check on them, and you're more empathetic and you'll do that. So people can sense that it's a soft kind of spiritual, deep side to you that cares about other humans and really kind of just thinks about humanity as a collective. And I feel like people might also come to you for advice, like naturally, if you are like into some kind of spiritual arts and they know that. I feel like they trust you, they trust your work, they trust what you say, like your insights, your divination. If you're a reader, I feel like you have a lot of loyal followers that listen to you and respect you. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I feel like the spiritual aspect to you is quite apparent, and if it's readily like out in the public, I feel like you're very respected in this field. If you do this for work, I feel like you're highly respected and very gifted. So, and the people that know about it, if you're not super public, they love this part about you as well. And I feel like people talk about your skills, talk about your psychic skills, your tarot reading skills, your divination skills, whatever gifting it is that you have. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So you leave an impact on people. I feel like you might have a lot of Pluto energy, Scorpio energy, or you have this like depth to you, like this dark side. I feel like if people try to mess with you, they really regret it, and you naturally protect yourself and the people around you. I feel like you do divination work is what's kind of coming out. Like you're not afraid of death, and you might work with it. You might work with the underworld or something like that, or spirits that have passed on, or that kind of stuff just doesn't scare you. It's, I don't know, it's just part of who you are or what you deal with on a daily basis. So you're a very fierce person, and I don't feel like death scares you. I don't feel like a lot of things scare you. So other people can see that or sense that on you, and that is scary to them. So I don't know, it's your confidence and your lack of fear that intimidates people. I'm feeling like this card goes with this card. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're just not afraid of anything. You're not afraid of a conflict. You're not afraid of a fight.
If someone attacks you spiritually, you know, you can take them down. If someone attacks you in real life, you can hold your own physically, verbally. You don't get a lot get under your skin emotionally. Like, you're a very well-rounded person. Like, I'm kind of almost feeling like a monk, or like a high level like warrior, where you're like train your mind and your body, and you're trying to train your whole being into being a very efficient weapon. So you might be into like spiritual warfare, or you just want to be like the best you can be, kind of like a badass person kind of thing, or you just enjoy maybe being like a business person, and then also like a spiritual warrior. You like having these different aspects to yourself that kind of surprise people. I don't know, it's like you're very integrated, like your energies, like you accept all parts of yourself, and you have time and space for like this part of yourself, and time and space for that. You hold time and space for the other parts of yourself that you're still healing or working out, or that maybe aren't pleasant. Like, I'm kind of getting the analogy of like Dexter. So I don't know if you guys saw that old show, but it's really good. Anyway, he has this urge to kill, right? And you could say that's like his dark side or shadow side, based on like seeing his mother getting murdered when he was little. So his dad realizes this, and he can't really get the darkness out of him, so he teaches him how to utilize it. So this is kind of the same thing. You've taught yourself how to utilize all aspects of yourself. So Dexter uses his dark side to go kills like rapists and murderers and just like anyone bad that he can find. So it's like he channels his darkness, taking like a dark urge you have, and you're using it constructively, or you're using it to fight evil. I'm getting like a good-hearted like vigilante kind of thing. Like, ooh, I'm getting another movie analogy. Have you guys seen Boondock Saints? One of these old movies, but they go on this killing spree, but they only kill bad people. So it's like I keep getting those kind of analogies. You might totally take out demons, or take out bad people, or maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a cop, maybe you're just a badass witch or warlock, maybe you work in social justice. I don't know, I feel like you have different hats, and you let out all these sides of yourself, and it's pretty cool actually. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but yeah, it's refreshing. People can see this, or they might see your different personalities or your different sides of yourself taking stage at different times, and it's really impressive that you can do all these different things simultaneously. So that's what I have for you, group 3. Let's pull one final oracle card message for you, and then we'll close this out. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my website if you want to book with me. You can always DM me too. Choose who you are becoming. Like I was talking about, all these aspects of yourself, I don't know, it's like you've chosen to accept it. You've chosen to use all these sides of yourself. So you're integrating all these sides of yourself into a really cool person. And instead of denying or stuffing down things that you didn't like, you're healing them, you're working out through them, and you're adapting them into like a constructive part of your personality. I hope I'm explaining that right. Thank you guys for watching Pile 3. And check out my other videos if you want, and I will be making many more soon. And subscribe for more. I'll get back to my giveaways someday, but right now I'm just focusing on other life stuff and getting content out. So enjoy the content for now, and talk to you guys soon. Bye.